Hello, everyone. When I was looking at pictures of the famous Battle of Agincourt, I wondered, why did some English archers fight without pants, since the weather was far from summer? It's unlikely that entire squads suddenly lost their pants or turned them in the wash. But the answer was quite simple. Dysentery is to blame. Yes, all kinds of diseases and ailments often decimated medieval armies and reduced their combat effectiveness. For the English army during their adventures in France, dysentery became an indispensable companion. I will not go into detail about what happens to a man during this plague, you can read for yourself. But, in general, the English army during the siege of the well-fortified French fortress of Harfleur started a toilet adventure. Dysentery was raging the English camp, but they never found out the exact source of the disaster. Apparently a combination of factors led to the outbreak. Summer heat, the filth and disorder of the camp, the poor sanitation, and the terrible quality of the water and food. To give you an idea of the magnitude of what was happening, even the noble warriors of the count were sick, as well as the bishop. He fell ill on September 10th and died 5 days later. So it's not hard to guess what went on among the regular soldiers. After the siege of Harfleur, King Henry V of England even had to send part of his sick troops to England. The other part he left as a garrison in the fortress. But those who went on with the king had no fun adventures. The French engaged in real scorched earth tactics and cut off the English supply lines. As a result, they had to eat whatever they could. Any other army would have scattered and sent the king away long ago, but Henry somehow incredibly managed to keep the English morale up and prepare them for the Battle of Agincourt. All in all, you can put yourself in the shoes of an ordinary English archer and understand how he felt. Before the battle the day before it rained heavily. You are soaked to the skin and have not eaten normal food except nuts and strawberries in front of you for a long time. An outnumbered French army prepares for battle, and on top of that, you are plagued with dysentery. The men realized that the English elite, even if defeated, would likely be left alive, but the archers would be in for a world of hurt. At best, either a quick death or torture and other pleasures of medieval life awaited them. The English king himself recalled before the battle that if captured, archers would lose 3 fingers on their right hand. So the archers decided not to bother with it before the last battle, and during the battle they fought either without pants or with them down. The archers also stood around in their underwear brays, pointing arrows and a terrible stench toward the French. And they won. The archers did not waver behind their wooden stakes, but aimed their arrows with broad tips at the mass of horses and men. Some began to fall as the arrows found gaps in their armor or dug into the screaming horses. Some slowed and galloped back as it became too dangerous near the archers and their stakes. A few warriors reached the line of archers and found that the horses had slowed or stopped, unwilling to gallop into the protective barricade of stakes. These men were pulled off their horses and killed by a pack of furious archers. Imagine being a French knight and realizing that you lost a battle to a disgraced commoner without pants. This data is confirmed in at least 3 chroniclers, including the French one. Thank you for watching on my channel. There are many more videos on medieval and historical topics.